What's up, YouTube? I'm BlueStar899. Welcome to the Blue Corner, and today I've got a lot of stuff to do. The primary focus of this video will be to provide you guys with an update on something I know a lot of you have been waiting on, and that would be these bad boys, my standard Disaster Dragon and how it is looking at the moment, along with other things I've noticed while playing through the format. However, before I do that, there are some things I just want to get out of the way. First up, I'm really disappointed that this was not reprinted in Legendary Collection 2. Granted, we all know who's going to be reprinted in the new structure. However, I still would have liked to have seen Darkness Metal as a secret rare, just because, hey, he was also a monster that appeared in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, granted with a far different monster effect. Thank God it's not like, where you need to tribute a Red Eyes Darkness Dragon equipped with Magic Metal Reflector plus something. But yeah, this as a secret would have been nice, and Wyvern as an Ultra would also have been nice. Just putting it out there. Secondly, I've been monitoring the feedback in regards to Light Pulsar Dragon, and for the most part, it has been very positive. A lot of people are liking the shenanigans you can do with this card. Good example, you tribute it for Burst Breath, you clear your opponent's field of 3 monsters, you get a Darkness Metal Dragon back, you then special summon Light Pulsar Dragon, and if you have a tuner monster in your hand, you could potentially summon it, Synchro for Stardust, and then get some other Dark Dragon. Say you had Red Dragon or Dark End in the graveyard before. However, as some other people have pointed out, there now exists the possibility of a Cannon Soldier OTK that involves this guy, Pulsar Dragon, and Cannon Soldier. The idea is you tribute these two off for Cannon Soldier's burn effect. Pulsar revives Darkness Metal revives Pulsar Dragon. You just repeat until you get game. The only problem with this is it requires a specific field setup. Effect Failure completely wrecks this idea, and if they even do anything about this, Konami will just kill Cannon Soldier, as he's an OTK enabler. He always has been. He's one of those type of monsters who can use this effect repeatedly each turn, and those are usually the ones that involve being hit by the ban list in some manner. So that's also out there. And one last thing I'm going to do before going over the deck video is giving you guys a couple of people I want to shout out. That's right, these are guys that I am subscribed to and whose videos I have liked. The first one is Kagamine Len Q8. He is a YouTuber who does a lot of Dueling Network videos. He plays a lot of fun, unique decks. My favorites would happen to be, of course, his Divine Grace North Wemco builds, because North Wemco is all kinds of awesome. I really like his Dragunity Gusto deck. He's got by far the best Gusto deck I've ever seen, and his Spirit Monarch deck looks really amazing. I do want to try that out once Photon Shockwave comes out. I've been getting a couple cards for it. Sucks that Fishwar Blaster is gone, but maybe I can make use of, what's its name? A Rodent Totem, because Hinogaku no Sachi swings to the face are awesome. They really are. The second one is Fallen Digital Devil. Much like Kagamine, he also does a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling Network videos with fun, interesting decks. The ones that I really like the most are his Steel Swarms, by far the best Steel Swarm decks I've seen out there. General Frogs of the Ice Barrier, and also one of my personal favorites is Dark Armed Beasts. I do want to build that once I get my hands on all the cards, because that shit looks really amazing. And the last person I want to plug is Freezy F. Freezy F. How the hell do you even pronounce his name? But you know who he is probably already. He is the guy with the Berserk Gorilla avatar, which alone is an awesome thing. But he's also got all kinds of fun, unique builds of Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks when it comes to Tag Force and World Championship. My favorites, of course, would be his Earthbeat Beast deck. You saw me play that one before. It's Understanding the Concept of the Earth. He's also got a very nice Dragunity Assault Mode deck. And I'm trying to remember what else was the one deck of his that I really liked. I'd have to go through all his videos again, because he's got a lot of good stuff. But yeah, I would check out those 3 guys. They all have amazing videos, and I've been meaning to give them shoutouts for a long time. So that being said, let's go on with the deck profile itself. Okay, I'm currently running, as I already mentioned, Standard Disaster Dragon. I'm siding into the anti-meta stun style, and as far as the Blue Eyes builds go, they just do not agree with me. No matter how hard I try, the white dragon is adamant on derping me, and I think it's just simply because I'm a Red Eyes Black Dragon fan, so Blue Eyes is just not going to be one of my type of monsters. Egg builds are great though. They will be even better once certain things happen, but unfortunately I don't think I'll ever really be able to get the most out of them. So that's it. I'm currently running 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons. Fairly self-explanatory. He's easily summoned boss. He gets the dragons I need for the situation. It's pretty big. Few things can stand up to a Darkness Metal in battle, especially if you've got it protected. 1 Tech White Knight Dragon. This can be a lot of other things. You've got Light and Darkness Dragon, Yamata Dragon. Yamata Dragon is actually a very good card to run. You can just swing, get advantage. He helps set you up. 2 swings with Yamata Dragon will usually equal to a good game, because by then you'll have drawn so many good cards to set up a major push. Now I'm just liking White Knight to his ability to get around Compulse, Book, Prison, Lance. I think he even gets around, I'm pretty sure he gets around Chain and Chalice as well. He's 3,000 beats, can be special summoned while I have Quackmere Drag on the field, which is a very important thing. And he can send Dead, Call the Haunted, Phoenix Chains, and what have you to the graveyard to redirect attacks back to him. Once Photon Shockwave comes out though, I am probably going to be switching this guy out for Galaxy's Photon Dragon, as his effect is just better to have. Still, White Knight has always just been a personal favorite of mine. Whenever I run him, I usually have very good results. 3 Quackmere Drago. This is the entire reason why this deck is such a beast this format. He shuts down so many things from happening. Most decks could not summon level 5 synchros, because most decks, save for TGs, don't run anything other than Catastor, Librarian, and Android. So, if they have a little Tengu and have a glow up ball in the field, and you have Quackmere Drago out, they're not going to be able to summon any other level 5s with their shenanigans. He also stops all but 1 rank 4 Exceed from hitting the field, which is Wind Up Zen Mines, so no Utopia, no Roach. Next month, though, we do have to worry about Elvocazia Logia, but that's a whole different issue altogether. Needless to say, though, he stops those kind of things. He stops Chaos Sorcerer, Envoy, Gores, Tragodia, Fader, Judgment Dragon. There are so many boss monsters that Quackmere Drago says no to that a lot of decks are forced to GG if they can't get this thing off the field. And he also stops decks from just doing their setup plays. Zombies, he limits what they can search off of Pyramid Turtle, and what they can summon with Zombie Master. Light Swarms, they can't do their Lumina play, and Agents, they can't summon anything to get bigger than 1600 attack without Gachi Getetsu. So having a Quackmere Drago plus protection is another thing that they have to worry about. And yeah, they can't summon Hyperion to blow it up, they can't summon Archer Christia, and TG Agents can't even summon Wonder Magician to pop your back row. So, long story short, if you can run 3 Quackmere Drago, I would even main deck 3 of them in Dragoonies. That's just how good he is. After first 3 Wyverns, I like having my 1800 beat sticks. Some people like 2. Whenever I run 2, I always draw them. I don't know how it is, but whenever I run 3, I always seem to have that 2 or 1 extra in the deck. So it's just a personal preference thing. If you're running 3 totems, then you can get away with 2 of these. If you're not running 3 totems, then I would do 3. I will also run 3 if you're running a non-totem build, like Anti-Meta Disaster Dragon. 3 Mass Dragon. I have to admit, I thought this was going to be really bad at the beginning of this format, but then the hype around Lightsworn died out because everyone realized they're still a Saki deck. They're not as consistent as they used to be. So you don't have to worry about JD constantly nuking your field. So Mass Dragon is a fairly safe card to play. When he gets run over, you fetch what you need for the situation. Another Mass Dragon to defend yourself from incoming attacks, an Exploder Dragon to kill a boss monster, Totem Dragon if you're setting up a bigger guy, or these 2, Delta Flyers, who's also becoming quite a nice monster. You special summon it with Mass Dragon, and during your turn you can normal summon a Wyvern, bump it up to level 5, make a Stardust. That's a very important thing to do. Quackmere Drago plus Stardust is by far the best field setup you can have, as it prevents Drago from being killed by those top deck Dark Holes, from those Grapha Bombs, what have you. So this guy is very helpful in setting up your win condition of Quackmere Drago plus Stardust Dragon. You can also combo well with this guy, Totem Dragon, because thanks to the new Xyz rulings, thank God they did this by the way, when this guy is sent to the graveyard by the effect of an Xyz monster, he is not removed from the game. After you special summon it during the standby phase, you can special summon this, normal summon this, And if you don't have a Bryonac or an Orient Dragon playing mine and you just want a big beater, you can just overlay them for number 17 Leviathan Dragon, detach Totem Dragon, and he does not get removed from the game, which allows you to utilize Totem Dragon again for future plays, such as the aforementioned Bryonac, or to summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, White Knight Dragon, and what have you. Lastly, an Exploder Dragon. He's just an easily normal summonable out to problem boss monsters like Colossal Fighter, Archler Christia, or those annoying Naturia Synchro monsters that just have to be around. He's also a nice out to Naturia Bamboo Shoot, who I freaking hate with a passion. And that is it for the monster lineup. Fairly standard stuff. Pretty close to what most Dragon players are running right now, barring like one or two differences in cards. As for the spells, I am running triple Pot of Duality. This has been reprinted now, it's easy to get, there's no reason not to run this in threes. Just sets you up, thins the deck out, fairly flexible, and it's not a horrible top deck like Gold Sarcophagus is. Double MST, I'm not running Yamada at the moment, so I can afford to not run that third space and put in another trap card in its place. Then one book, one future, heavy, Monster Reborn, those are my limited cards. You'll notice an absence of Dark Hole, that is in my side deck, because more often than not, I'll have monsters on the field that I don't want to blow away with Dark Hole. First up, for traps, Bottomless, this is actually starting to look very nice again. It's an easy out to Hyperion, Christia. It's a nice out to Dark Walls, as they gotta summon a Dark Wall to bounce for Grapha, and you can Bottomless their monster. They can't revive Grapha. I would not Bottomless a Grapha, however, because they'll just chain a Deck Devastation or Eradicate Epidemic Virus on you. That being said, though, he is a Bottomless Trap Hole, still a very nice card to run. Kills those tech anti-meta monsters, yada yada yada. 2, Call the Haunted. This is a very nice troll card. You've seen me use this before. Ideas involve, if you have a Darkness Metal in the hand and you want to summon a Quackmere back from your graveyard, you can call the Haunted Mass Dragon, especially during your opponent's battle phase. If they attack it, then you can fetch out a Totem Dragon. If it's your turn, you can just banish it for Darkness Metal. Another trick play to do is if you have only Quackmere Dragon in your graveyard, they Dark Hold it so they could start doing their Light and Dark special summons, and they've got, like, say, Hyperion in the graveyard. I know, unlikely setup, but just work with me here. So they go Monster Reborn, you chain Call the Haunted, and you special summon Quackmere Drago. Now they are forced to Monster Reborn something that is not Light or Dark, and if they don't have a Light or Dark in the graveyard, their Monster Reborn just becomes useless. And I believe it resolves without an effect, since there are no special summonable targets. And, yeah, other things to note. You cannot overlay with this. You can't do, like, say this in some Utopia, because you have to meet the conditions of Quackmere Drago first. Just throwing out there, because I've had people trying to mind control Quackmere Drago, then overlay it to make a Utopia, and that can't be done. Other combos with this, of course, is reviving a Darkness Metal Dragon, who then revives whatever you need for the situation. Revive a Stardust Dragon when they try and MST it afterwards or something. You can use Stardust to protect itself. This is going to be a staple of 2, though, once Light Pulsar Dragon is out, because, hey, you can now play this in response to blind MSTs. Alright. 2D Prison. I'm playing Protect the Drago here. Drago is my main win condition, so cards that help keep Quackmere Drago alive are very helpful. Deep Prison is one of them. You can use it to get around those monsters that you can't Bottomless or Torrential, like Stardusts. And you can get around those guys that get to gain attack during the damage step, such as Rush Rhino. If you know they're going to swing Rush Rhino at you, you can prison it off. 2 Fiendish Chains. I just recently took out my Mind Crushes for this, as, well, at my locals and on Dueling Network, the meta is just too random to make use of Mind Crush effectively. I'd rather just side deck that for the matchups where it's good against. Fiendish Chain is basically an effect Veiler plus Spellbinding Circle. As you notice, since I'm going Totem Dragon here, I can't run Veiler in my main deck, so this is a very nice substitute. It just stops those annoying monster effects, and it holds that monster there, which is a very nice thing to do, because it sits there, you can just swing it over with whatever you need. And if they Tribute or Synchro this thing off, the Phoenix Chain stays on the field, so there are those times where you might be able to bounce it off for some kind of effect, or even send it off to the grave for White Knight Dragon's effect. Either way, I'm really liking how this card is working, and it baits out MST like nobody's business, which helps direct MST away from future fusion, I guess. Solemn Brigade, not much to say there, they all win games on their own. Dust Shoot, also a powerful card that wins games. And TT. Now, I may have badmouthed Dark Hole, and you're probably wondering why I'm running Torture Tribute, which is honestly considered worse. The thing that TT has over Dark Hole is it's playable during my opponent's turn, which is the main reason why I would use this. If my opponent is going to be going herping with the derping and breaking my field setup anyway, I might as well TT, reset the field, and start anew on my turn. That's it for the main deck. My side deck I'm not going to bother with, as it's going to be changing right away, but I will say that Thunder King Ryle, if you're not main decking it, you need to side it. Chaos Trap Hole is looking very nice at the moment. Debunk, if it's not in the side already, I would highly consider it. And I'm probably going to be also trying to fit in Kaiko the Ghost Destroyer, because he's just looking very, very nice in the upcoming Dark World matchup. Alright, on to my extra deck. 1 5-headed dragon. This will be bumped up to 2 after Photon Shockwave, because Extra Gate is a card that I do not like to see against me. I want to have 2 level 12 monsters in my extra, and 5-headed dragon is a very important piece to the puzzle. You use it with Future Fusion, set your grave up, and he sometimes comes out. I guess he would be the 4th win condition of the deck. Once he hits the field, people are going to be using their outs to this guy because they don't want to take 5,000 swings to the face. 1 Chimera Check Fortress Dragon, because I'm currently siding Cyber Dragons for those Karakuri and Gadget matchups. 1 Trishula, fairly self-explanatory. 2 Stardust Dragon, again a very important card, so I want to get it out. First 2 in case the first one gets warninged. 1 Scrap Dragon, also a very good level 8 monster. 1 Red Dragon Archfiend, who is a very nice card in the Agent matchup, and I'll tell you why. When this guy attacks a Getchi Getchi Kentetsu, it's going to first use a material to prevent being destroyed by his defense crushing effect. Secondly, it'll then detach another material to prevent being destroyed by battle with this guy. So with 1 swing, Red Dragon Archfiend gets rid of all those Exceeds materials that are on Kentetsu, and agents therefore lose their 400-point boost to all their guys, allowing you to run over their Venus with your Quackmere Drago if you normal summon it afterwards, or special summon it afterwards with Darkness Metal. And he's a nice out to those ever-annoying Spirit Reapers. My god, do I hate that monster. Ancient Fairy Dragon, she's going to be seeing more action as the Dark Worlds come out. While they're not entirely reliant on their field spell, it is their primary discard outlet, so popping their field spell does slow them up a bit. And if you're running a deck that has Dragon Ravine in it, such as the Egg, then you can also search out a Ravine, so when they play their field spell afterwards, you can just Ravine it off. So, Fairy Dragon are very nice. 1 Black Rose, reset the field. Briarnak, bounce shit you don't want to deal with. Orient Dragon gets rid of problem synchros like Fighter. Tastar, just the best level 5 in the game. And then on to my Xyz monsters. 1 Wind Up Zenmeister. It's the only rank 4 that you can summon with Quackmere Drago out. Unfortunately, we do not have Kai Koichi Dragon. If we did, I would run that in a heartbeat, but this is alright. Either way, it's a 2500 beater that I can summon with Drago out in case I come across those 2000 defense walls that are irritating, and I have, for some reason, an odd setup of a Wyvern, a Drago, and a Wyvern for some odd reason. It's not very often that I would be summoning this guy, but he's just there for those chance situations. 1 Levier, the Sea Dragon, the best Exceed monster in the game, hands down. You can argue Steel Swarm Roach, but this guy is just far better. He's damn good. You use it to summon those removed Wyverns you use for Darkness Metal, or you use it to special summon those monsters that were removed by your opponent. Like, they bottomless your Kaiko, your Thunder King, your Drago, they prisoned either one of them. This gets those back. It also special summons your opponent's monsters that you also may have removed from the game. So if you've got just a Darkness Metal and a Wyvern, you could use this to special summon a Thunder King that you removed with prison. And 1 Leviathan, because he's the strongest rank 3 in the game, and he's very nice with Totem Dragon. So, yeah. That is it for my standard Disaster Dragon and how it is looking at this point in the game. I will be making changes when Starfall comes out for many reasons. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and until the next time, take care.